What's up, guys? Sports Estimators back with another NFL video. Today we will be recapping Week 5 and giving our pick'ems for Week 6. As always, at the time of this recording, we have Thursday Night Football going on. The Giants are currently upsetting the Eagles 27-17, so we'll be giving live updates on that game. But let's go ahead and get started with the first game on Sunday, Denver at New York. This is a London game at 6:30 in the morning Pacific time. What do you like in this game?
I got the Broncos to win. Again, like how you said, it's a 6:30 a.m. game Pacific time in London. The Broncos coming off of an upset win against the Eagles, 21-17. Bo Nix has looked good. He looked good against the Eagles. He was 24 for 39, 242 air yards, and 1 touchdown, and not including his 3 carries for 22 yards. Who do you got?
I like Denver in this game. The Jets are due for a win, but I don't see them beating Denver.
Yeah, I don't see them beating Denver, and I also do not see them beating Denver overseas.
That's true.
Some overseas...
They need like a home win type of thing. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think they might cover the 6.5 points.
Yeah, I have 7.5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
7.5.
Yeah,
I have 6.5, but it might have changed, or you know how on different platforms.
Probably leading up to the game, it'll probably go down.
But yeah, because Denver, I feel like they're starting to get like a good momentum going.
Yeah, and I think J.K. Dobbins, they found a way to open up the run game for the Broncos, because this is the second game in a row where we've been able to see J.K. Dobbins kind of dominate the run. Last game, he had 20 carries for 79 yards and 1 TD. I think if they were to exploit the run game a lot more, they'd be able to kind of get that wide receiver, their wide receivers open. Cortland Sutton, their best wide receiver, last game against the Eagles, 8 receptions, 99 yards, which is pretty good. No TDs, but Evan Ingram looked pretty good.
Yeah.
And also, somebody that's undefeated in one of our fantasy leagues is you.
Oh, yeah. Been doing pretty well in that league. 5-0.
I can't believe it.
I actually have Evan Ingram in that league, right?
I know, I remember. Because you didn't want to trade me for Mark Andrews.
Yep. For Brees Hall?
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the next game. Which one do you got?
Cardinals at Colts. The Colts, baby. Who you got?
Yeah, I got the Colts. I think I've been pretty high on the Cardinals, and they've let me down several of the weeks that I've picked them. But again, I could see this being, because I have Indianapolis favored by 7.5. I could see Arizona covering the spread, but I definitely like the Colts to win. The Cardinals struggle to put up points, and then the Colts defense doesn't really give up a lot of points. They're third in points against in the league. And then on offense, the Colts are top 10 in rushing and passing yards a game, while the Cardinals give up the 21st most total yards against. So the Colts, I expect them to move the ball a lot on this Cardinals defense. And JT has been unstoppable. He's for sure been the best running back in the league so far this year. So I definitely like Indianapolis at home.
Yeah. Did you say the Cardinals to cover or the Colts to cover?
I think the Cardinals can cover the 7.5 point spread, but I like the Colts to win.
Okay. Yeah, I have it at 6.5. Again, probably different everywhere. But if it's at 6.5, I'll have the Colts to cover. Obviously, I'll have the Colts to win. The Cardinals gave the embarrassing ass Titans their first win. What was it? A fumble in the touch.
Bro, that was crazy. They intercepted it.
Yeah, they intercepted it
in the red zone.
Yeah,
and then off the interception, the guy fumbles the ball. It ends up in the end zone, and the Titans score a touchdown off that.
And then before that, did Mercado?
Oh, yeah.
Freaking fumbled the ball at the 1 yard line.
How does it keep happening, bro?
And then he gets packed out by his coach on the sideline. And then his coach has to pay a fee. Bro, the Cardinals look like shit, like complete shit. And I think it's the sports estimators tax because you said what's his name?
Kyler was my sleeper MVP pick.
Yeah,
Bro, you know the funny thing is they're not horrible. They just beat themselves.
that is true.
Like they're pretty much in every game, but then the way they end up losing, it makes them look like they're a sloppy team. Like they're not a. It looks like there's a lot of like mental mistakes that they make, and when that happens, like yeah, it's on the players, but if it keeps happening, you kind of have to look at like the coaching staff as well. And then obviously we saw with him packing out his player,
like who would want to go out there and play for a guy like that?
Yeah.
Like it's like fuck you, bro. Like of course I'm a fumble it. Like
damn, that's
I'm gonna
crazy.
make you lose your job.
Yeah, because if you think about it, like he was probably already beating himself up over it.
Yeah, that fool gets packed out by his coach.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Just imagine coming home. Like...
and you have to watch that on TV,
Yeah,
bro. That's embarrassing. But Jonathan Taylor, though, 17 carries against the Raiders, 66 yards, 3 TDs. Yeah. That's insane, bro.
He's been unstoppable.
He has been. But yeah, I mean, I got the Colts winning. I got the Colts to cover. Any more notes on that game? I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, nah. I said, I was like, should I pick Arizona? But I just can't do it.
Yeah, no. All right, Seahawks at Jags. The Jags coming off of an impressive win against the Chiefs, 31-28. Trevor Lawrence almost chalking the game. Ends up having 2 rushing TDs, something we've never seen from him before. Also, another bull, something to note, Brian Thomas Jr. finding his rhythm. Travis Hunter, Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Nah, Buka.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that is true. I got the Jags to win. I got the Jags to beat the Seahawks. Seahawks coming off of an unfortunate loss against the Bucks, 38-35. But I think the Jags may be legit.
Like, they're a Super Bowl contender, or they're for sure a playoff team?
Playoff team, not Super Bowl contender. I don't see them. Yeah, I don't see them being that high. Playoff team for sure. This kind of reminds
Especially
me
in that division.
Yeah, this reminds me of when they got to the last time they got to the playoffs, which I think was in 2021, 22, when they beat the Chargers.
Oh yeah, when they had a crazy comeback against the Chargers.
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of that team.
Yeah, they're definitely starting to like get better. In this game, I actually like Seattle.
Okay.
Because I think this is going to be a very competitive game, but you could throw the ball on the Jags, and that's what Seattle does best on offense.
Yeah.
That Sam Darnold to JSN has been one of the best duos so far to start the season.
Yep.
And I like the Jags. I think they can be a playoff team, but I just don't see them going to 5-1 if they win this game. And I think Seattle's defense is really good. And they're going to be upset off that loss last week because they were kind of in control of that game.
Yeah.
And so I think, given all those reasons, I like Seattle, but I think it's going to be... I actually have Seattle favored by 1.5. That's what it has. Okay. That's what I have the game line as. So that I would honestly thought that Jacksonville would be favored in this game.
Yeah, I thought so too.
But yeah, I'm going with Seattle.
Okay. The next game, Chargers at Dolphins. Almost a battle of ass, but I wouldn't say the Chargers are ass. Dolphins definitely are. But Tua, last game, even though they lost to the Panthers 24-27, Tua had himself a game. It kind of looked like an old, pre-CTE Tua. 27 for 36 attempts, 256 yards. 3 TDs. But Dolphins total rushing yards last game, 19 yards. When you have a backfield with Achane in it, to have a total of 19 yards is a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Chargers looking to bounce back. They lost 27-10 to the Commanders. Omari and Hampton out for 4 weeks on IR.
Yeah, we'll see if they can run the ball. But yeah, I definitely like the Chargers too.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming off back-to-back losses.
Yeah, which
After
is
being like, I think we said like the first three performances they look like the best team. So
yeah,
actually that's another
another jinx.
another jinx. But yeah, I definitely like them against
Yeah.
Miami. I think Miami's actually looked like um as far as the passing game is starting to
Mm-hmm.
look better, but with no Tyreek Hill, I feel like that really affects their team.
Yeah.
So I definitely like the Chargers to win, and they're only favored by 3.5. I mean, it is interesting because they did lose Amari and Hampton,
Yeah.
but I think I like the Chargers to cover that 3.5 point spread.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
So do I.
moving on to the next game, got Rams
Yeah.
at the Ravens. What do you like in this game?
I mean, come on, man. You got to go with the Rams. The Ravens, notable injuries. Roquan Smith, Lamar Jackson, Marlon Humphrey, Kyle Hampton. They're, obviously one of the top contending quarterbacks and some highly notable defensive players.
Yes.
I think they're going to rest them after this week. They'll have a bye week.
Mm-hmm.
And the Rams coming off of a divisional loss in overtime against the 49ers. I got the Rams, no matter which way you have it.
Yeah, once I seen that Lamar Jackson is out, I'm just like, yeah, that's pretty easy. I think even if he was there, the Rams are a good team and it would have been a competitive game.
Yeah.
But with no Lamar Jackson, I definitely like the Rams. And before we move on, Puka and Matt Stafford might be the best quarterback to wide receiver duo in the league.
Yeah.
They're both league leaders at their position in yards.
Jesus.
So Stafford
Christ.
leads the league in passing yards, and then Puka leads the league in receiving yards. So we might be looking at the offensive player of the year in Puka Nacua if he keeps racking up those stats.
And MVP in Stafford?
Nah, I don't see that.
Nah?
Nah, I think I think the Rams still need like a better record.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Stafford, for him to get it, he would need like gaudier stats.
Okay. Because what the Rams are what? Let me see here. What's the record? 3-2? Okay. Yeah. You think they still give it to Josh Allen?
So far, yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. Actually, no, I wouldn't say so. I'll hold that for later. I'll hold that for a conversation on one of the teams we'll cover.
For sure.
What game you got? All right, I got Patriots at Saints. Who you got?
Patriots at Saints. I'm going with the Patriots.
Okay.
Both teams are coming off of a win last week.
That is
the
true.
difference is the Patriots are coming off beating a Super Bowl contending team in the Buffalo Bills, and the Saints are coming off beating the Giants.
Yeah.
So, but honestly, the Giants might be an up and coming team because they're lucky dog walking the Eagles right now.
I'm telling you, bro.
But I still like the Patriots to win this game.
Yeah, I like that Jackson Dart and Scadaboo duo.
Yeah.
But
they're getting creative with like their handoffs and stuff too. I was watching the game earlier today.
But yeah, so you said you had the Patriots?
Yeah, I got the Patriots.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, the Patriots, like you said, upsetting the Bills. Drake May, an incredible game against the Bills. 22 attempts, 273 yards. Stephon Diggs, his best game in a Patriots jersey. 10 receptions, 146 yards against his old team. One of his old teams. The Saints, not much notes to cover on the Saints, just the fact that, was it a fluke? Or did they get lucky?
I mean, I think they deserve to win, but I don't see them I don't see that win like turning their season around.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? Spencer Rattler has looked better though.
He has. He's picking it up, which is pretty good for them. But I mean, if you have him on fantasy, what are you in a 12-man?
Rattler?
Yeah.
Bro, you have to be like in a super flex league where they have like 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And he's probably like on your bench or something.
Oh, dude. All right, what team you got next?
I don't think we covered the Cowboys and the Panthers.
You can take it away.
So, I'm not gonna lie, I was very tempted to pick the Panthers because the Panthers' defense is a little underrated. I think that I could have seen the Panthers. I mean, they still can, but when I first was thinking about this matchup, I was thinking that Carolina's defense was gonna limit Dallas's offense.
Mm-hmm.
But when I like went back and kind of like looked at some of the numbers, I was impressed to see that Dallas is actually really good at running the ball too. And Javonte Williams is having a breakout year, averaging 5.7 yards a carry, and he's third in the league in rushing yards so far. So I think the fact that Dallas has a balanced offense is going to allow them to, I think, put just enough points past Carolina to get the win. But I could see this being a close game.
I got the Cowboys to win, obviously. One interesting thing to note. We're coming off of a tie, and we're coming off of a win. If we win this, this will be the first time we've gone undefeated in 3 in a row games since November 23rd of 2023 through December 10th, 2023. And those 3 games, we beat the Commanders, the Seahawks, and the Eagles. Do you know who was at that Eagles game?
The like in attendance or
Yeah,
I don't know.
me.
Oh really?
I was at the last game where we had won 3 in a row.
Or
Call
not
that-
lost 3 in a row?
Not lost 3 in a row.
Or did you guys? Oh, you guys won 3 in a row that time.
Yeah,
Okay.
like that was the last time that we've won 3 in a row.
Okay, that's pretty crazy.
That is crazy because you would have thought that like, oh yeah, no, they would have won.
Well, I
3 in a
guess it
row.
wasn't that long ago. It was like not
2
last season, but the season before.
The season before.
That is an interesting stat, though. So you're saying
I'm saying
it happens again?
it happens.
Okay.
We'll win. We'll win because after this, we have the Commanders, I think.
Mhm.
But it's obviously we're coming off of a tie and a win, so I don't know if you really count it, but it'd be 3 games in a row we haven't lost if we beat the Panthers. And Dak is showing that he's a top 5 QB in the league. With the injured O-line, his number one option being out injured,
That's true.
he still was able to sling it against the Jets. 4 TDs. I think he's showing that he's an MVP frontrunner this year because he's second in throwing yards. He's third in TDs thrown. And he's third in QBR. The only thing that is knocking Dak Prescott for not being in the MVP conversation is the fact that the defense on the Cowboys is ass. I think if you put him on another team and he's putting up these type of stats, they'd be screaming that he's an MVP.
Yeah, he definitely needs a better record to be
Yeah.
I feel like legitimately considered for MVP, but as you pointed out, the stats are there to make that argument for him as MVP.
Yeah, because there was some fans that were kind of hurt with him being compared with another QB in one of our videos, but he's showing it, and the other one hasn't been playing, so
Yeah,
call that what you want.
we'll see. We'll see how the season unfolds. We're still only 5 games in, but honestly, I have been impressed with Dak. I'm not gonna lie.
I've been impressed with the way he's been able to throw the ball far as fuck and been able to find an open receiver.
I think that had been my criticism of him in the past, is that like I felt like he was kind of a bit like dink and dunk, you know how they be dink and Dak.
Yeah.
And so now that he's kind of displaying his arm talent even more, he's definitely gaining my respect this year.
And for me, that I've watched him throughout all these years, he's always had that. But then there was a point where under Mike McCarthy, it was that West Coast offense that we were running, which was trash. He didn't know how to. That wasn't his type of offense that he liked to run. This is kind of looking like his rookie year, where he was dinking and ducking to Jason Witten, to Des, making some long throws to Des Bryant. Kind of showing my age of how long ago that was, almost 10 years ago. But I mean, now running the offense he wants to run it, things just never line up for him. Things just never line up for us Cowboy fans. Because now that our offense is clicking with our number one option now, our fucking defense is horrific. I think we give up the most yards in the league so far.
Yeah, everyone pretty much does what they want against you guys' defense.
Yeah, so MVP though. MVP shots for our boy Dak Prescott. Who would have thought we would have been here? Actually, I knew we would have been here, but it's good to see everybody else.
You did say that he was gonna. You called it that he was gonna prove that he's an elite quarterback this year, so I'll give you that. But moving on from your favorite team onto my favorite team, we got the Cleveland Browns at the Pittsburgh Steelers. I got a crazy stat for you. So Pittsburgh, coming off a bye under Mike Tomlin, are 14-4.
Jeez.
Which is, this week they're coming off a bye. They're at home. Cleveland's defense is scary, and they can put them in like a competitive game against pretty much anybody with how good they are. But Aaron Rodgers gets the ball out quick. He's been doing that for years. So I think that's going to be the recipe for success, and I think the Steelers win at home.
Okay. With the upset of the week, I got the Browns.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Dylan Gabriel played good. 19 for 33 attempts, 190 yards, 2 TDs. One thing to note, Dylan Gabriel didn't have any miscues. He just had a few overthrows. But if, you clean that up, playing away, playing in London, that to me, I'll top my hat off. I'll give him a round of applause for being able to do that. And the Browns just traded Joe Flacco. This is his offense. Either he sticks with it and he runs the offense the way he wants to run it, or he fumbles it and he gives it to our boy. What's his name? Shador Sanders. I think the way things are going to work out, Shador Sanders is probably going to be taking over that team by maybe week 12.
So you definitely think before the season ends, Shador Sanders will be the starter?
Yeah. I think Dylan Gabriel will get hurt.
Damn.
But Dylan Gabriel, when he was at Oregon, I liked the way he played. I liked the way, he was able to throw. He was always able to throw the ball pretty well, and he was able to use his legs when he needed to. And we kind of saw that last week when they were playing the Vikings. Unfortunate for him, though, he was playing Carson Wentz, who had one of the games of his life. Never seen him play like that. So if it wasn't for that...
Carson Wentz?
Yeah.
Bro, he's a baller.
No, he's not.
Maybe not anymore, but he was.
Like his first couple years with the Eagles. 2 years, the first 2 years is as far as I'll give him. But I think Dylan Gabriel will be able to pull off a win.
Really?
And
against my boy TJ Watt?
Yeah.
TJ Watt, 2 sacks.
Minimum?
Calling it. TJ Watt, 2 sacks.
I don't think that O-line will let him get there.
We'll see, but that's like Steelers defense. I feel like they've been getting better, and they get to the quarterback. And I like Dylan Gabriel, but he's not he hasn't wowed yet. I mean, he's only had one start, but I feel like against this defense, he's gonna have to make he's gonna have to step up and make plays.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily see that happening in this game. But to your point, I wouldn't be surprised if Cleveland wins this game, to be honest.
Yeah, I think the reason why they win this game is because of the defense, though, more so than Dylan Gabriel playing a good game.
For sure. Next game, Titans at Raiders. Who do you got in this one?
This is the Battle of Ass, game of the week. It looks like maybe any game that the Titans play is going to be the Battle of Ass. Give me the Titans, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 upsets back to back. Lock it in.
Okay.
Don't quote me.
I like the Raiders in this game. They're at home. They're due for a win. And I feel like Tennessee's going to be, because they came back from behind last week and got a win, an unexpected win. I think because they're not a good team, it's going to be hard for them to replicate that in the next week. It's kind of funny because both teams are 1-4, but it's the opposite because the Tennessee was 0-4,
Yeah.
and then they won their last game, and the Raiders started off 1-4, 1-0, but then they
Yeah.
lost 4 in a row. So I like the Raiders to win this game. I still think they have enough players on offense to put up points against a good Tennessee defense. And then the Raiders defense is like low key underrated. And I think they'll be able to limit Cam Ward, who's honestly like, I feel like he's been balling. Like the numbers might not reflect that as much, but
Yeah.
when you watch what he has to deal with, you realize like how talented he is.
Yeah, because it's not his fault. It's honestly not his fault. His wide receivers, I don't know what routes they're running. I don't know if they even know how to run routes anymore. Calvin Ridley played okay against the Cardinals, which is kind of, able to make them be in the game. If the Cardinals would have never fumbled in the backfield in the red zone, I think they would have been able to seal this game away. And then that interception that Cam Ward threw was right to the fucking CB. Like
Yeah.
that was pretty bad. But again, I think it was a throw right to the cornerback because of the way the wide receiver ran that route. I don't think he was supposed to go that way. But I think the Titans are going to feed off of the momentum. I think the Raiders are just, dead in the water. I don't really see high hopes for the Raiders, and I think they feel that way too. And the fuck is the name of the quarterback?
For the Raiders?
Yeah.
Geno Smith?
Geno Smith playing with the back of his helmet in front of his face. Because what the fuck are those pigs, bro? Like, they're disgusting.
Tom Brady's about to come out of retirement.
Bro, I think
Imagine.
the Raiders should probably try trading for Anthony Richardson or even Shador.
That'd be kind of cool.
Because Geno Smith is not it for this team.
Yeah.
And then who was the quarterback last year? Aiden something for the Raiders.
Aiden O'Connell?
Yeah, even he looks a little better than fucking.
Dang, bro. They're down bad.
They are down bad.
But they've also been kind of dealing with injuries too, the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Steve Carroll has to step up.
Yeah, bro. He's like 80 years old still coaching this team. I think Tom Brady has to, step out of the broadcast booth and start coaching this team.
Coaching? That'd be cool.
That'd be cool to see. I mean, shit, why not? You ain't got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
He doesn't have nothing to lose after his former head coach started dating a 23-year-old.
That's crazy. Belichick. Hey, he's kind of goated like officially for that though.
You think so?
Yeah, that's kind of.
That is like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you got it like that?
All right, moving on to the next game. San Francisco at Tampa Bay. I got Tampa Bay in this one.
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco, obviously we didn't get to watch last week because we were recording on Thursday. So I hit up my cousin, shout out Roy. He's always showing love to the pod.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what happened? And then he was like, did you not watch it? I was like, nah. And he sends me like a paragraph of like a bunch of stuff that went wrong for the Rams.
Yeah.
And like, it's when I was reading it, it got to the point where I was like, is he messing with me? Like, how did this all happen? Like, if you took that script to Hollywood, they would laugh you out of the room, like with the amount of stuff that went wrong for the Rams and went right for the Niners, from refereeing mistakes to the Rams like choking to San Fran having luck of their own, like with their kicker hitting the post and going in. I say all that to say I still like Kyle Shanahan. I think he's arguably the best coach in the league, but I still think against this Tampa Bay team, they have a good defense. I think San Fran's offense is too banged up, and I like Tampa Bay to win at home.
Okay. I also got the Bucks to win. 49ers, I think they've been getting lucky. Like you said, against that Rams game, I also did see that a lot of things went well for the 49ers and everything went wrong for the Rams. The Rams shouldn't have won in overtime. The game should have ended with the Rams winning. 49ers, though, Mac Jones and Brock Purdy are both hurt. Do they both play this game? I don't know.
Half and half.
Bro, like, Mac Jones is hurt. Brock is hurt. They're going to play the third string quarterback. Like, I don't. If Mac plays, then it'll be a close game. But I think Baker Mayfield is having himself a fucking year with players like Ibuka to fucking catch the ball. I just have the Bucks to win. I don't see. It'll be a close and ugly game like how we've seen the Bucks play every single game so far.
Yeah.
And the Bucks being at home, I think the 49ers will take an L this game.
The Niners third string quarterback, Adrian Martinez.
Who the fuck is that?
Bro sounds Hispanic. I might have to
Tap
for
in?
him. Yeah, we gotta do more research on him. All right, what a game do you have next?
Bengals at Packers. Bengals with the new quarterback, Joe Flacco. And Joe Flacco, is he saving fantasy owners' season?
With Jamar Chase?
Yeah.
Honestly, he had Jamar Chase. It was very boom or bust for him because he had 2 games where he went off, but then the rest it was like very bad.
Yeah.
But I do like going forward Joe Flacco as a better option than Browning.
Mm-hmm.
But for this game, I like Green Bay because, Joe Flacco, I think, should be an upgrade, but it's his first game,
Yeah.
Still has to get acclimated and build that connection with the receivers and stuff. Green Bay is coming off of a bye.
Mm-hmm.
So, they've had... Well, actually, that's kind of interesting because they were probably, like, preparing, like, for, like, I guess, Browning, and now they have Joe Flacco. But I still like Green Bay. I think their defense is going to give Cincinnati's offense a lot of problems. And then Green Bay is obviously talented offensively, and Cincy is probably one of the worst defenses in the league.
Yeah.
So I definitely like Green Bay. And I'm just saying right now, they're favored by 14.5 points.
That's a lot of points. And money line, they're minus 1,260. Which,
honestly, I might want the Bengals to cover 14.5.
I think the Bengals cover, and shit, you could even put the Bengals to win, bro. Like, that's
win?
a lot of money.
What was it again? Money line?
1,000 for the Packers. It's minus 1,260.
Dang.
That's
Lucky, not
a
even
lot.
worth betting.
Bro, nah, it's not. But like, I don't think they cover all those points.
14.5 is a lot.
That's 3 possessions.
Especially
almost.
since last game we saw Cincinnati like make a run towards the end of the game where they started racking up points. But yeah, I'm thinking you got Green Bay in this game.
Yeah, I don't think I was gonna say I don't think I ever said who I got, but I got the Packers, and also I don't know how long Joe Flacco is gonna last under that Bengals O line. I think this Bengals O line is gonna make Flacco retire after this season, because we saw what happened with Joe Brrr.
Yeah, and
So
I mean, obviously we never wish injury upon anybody, but I feel like
it's
Joe Flacco,
inevitable.
If he gets like big hits and gets sacked a lot, I feel like he kind of deserves it for being an AFC North slut. Just getting passed around.
Yeah.
Ravens,
Jesus
Bengals,
Christ, Browns.
Like, he just needs my Steelers, and then he will have ran through all the AFC North teams have ran through him.
Damn. Imagine Rodgers gets hurt and the next season they just call him up.
Bro, nah, hell nah. Honestly, though, Joe Flacco, I had to give him credit for having one of the best playoff performance runs I've ever seen when they won the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl, yeah.
Bro, he was lights out
He went through a gauntlet of teams.
But yeah, moving on to the next game, Lions at Chiefs.
Sunday Night Football. Is this a Sunday Night Football game?
Yes.
Excuse my ignorance.
Yes, it is.
One of the best Sunday Night Football games. Jesus Christ, finally. Well, on paper.
Yeah.
Because I think the Cowboys and the Cowboys and Packers gave us the best Sunday Night Football game to date.
So far this season, yeah.
Yeah. But this is a good game because Chiefs coming off of a loss. Lions coming off of a great win. right? Who did the Lions play?
Last week, the Lions would have played.
The Bengals, 37-24.
Right, yeah.
I got the Lions to win. Who are underdogs?
That's crazy. I'm just seeing that right now too. Kansas City favored by 1.5. Bro, I'm taking Detroit money line.
Yeah, because and you have to ask yourself, did the Chiefs, are the Chiefs bad or are the Jags good? Like, did the Jags outplay the Chiefs, or are the Chiefs just this year? We have to be honest with ourselves, and are the Chiefs just not good this year? And I think right now where we're at, the Chiefs are not good, and the Lions are a lot better offensively than what the Chiefs are.
Oh, for sure.
The reason why I could see that the Lions are underdogs is because the Lions' safeties and cornerbacks are injured. But from what we've seen so far, Patrick Mahomes can't get the ball to his wide receivers. He could hardly get the ball to Travis Kelce. Xavier Worthy playing hurt. Having to throw the ball to Juju Smith-Schuster. I'd rather spend time in jail than do that. The Lions, we've seen what their offense is. They're guns blazing when it comes to their offense. And I think that alone should win you the game against this Chiefs, because even Chris Jones doesn't even want to play anymore. You saw him walking to go tackle Trevor Lawrence when he ran that ball in to seal the win.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got the Lions. Who do you got?
I definitely got the Lions. I think they look like the best team the last couple weeks. So until I see a team beat them or even like legitimately challenge them, I'm pretty much spamming the Lions every week. And Kansas City, like they've started to pick it up on offense the last couple weeks, but this offense, I know Kansas City has a good defense, but I mean, we just saw the Jags put up 30 plus points on them.
Yeah.
And this Lions offense looked like the best offense in the league so far. So I don't think Kansas City is going to be able to keep up with Detroit.
Yep.
And also, side note, I'm glad you're not a fan of Juju Smith-Schuster, because even though he played for the Steelers, I don't rock with him. Did I ever tell you the time that I ran into him at Universal Studios?
Oh my God, no! You told me about it, but you didn't go into like detail.
So one time I ran into I was at Universal Studios Hollywood, and I see him pass by, and I'm like, is that him? And then I run over, and then I'm like, yo, Juju, and then before I all of a sudden I just see a handle like this, and it was his security or whatever. I was like, all right, cool. But then later on, I literally see him walking, and we're face to face. And he has at this point he has no security.
Yeah.
And I look him dead in the eyes. I'm like, hey Juju, bro, I'm a Steelers fan. Let me get a picture real quick. Bro, that fool looks me dead in my eyes and just keeps walking. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. Because there was nobody around at that time. It's not like he was getting bombarded. Yeah. So ever since then I was like, nah. This is an anti Juju Smith-Schuster podcast.
Bro, was this when he was making his TikToks on the logos?
No, I don't think so.
That was COVID 2020.
It might have been around that time.
I never liked him. Even prior to that, prior to him being super cringy on social media and doing that stupid shit, which I think that kind of got him exiled from the NFL, to be honest. Off the court shit, yeah.
I think he got injured and he was kind of never really the same, because he doesn't look explosive at all anymore.
And AB kind of
that's right,
scolded his ass.
He did, that's true.
Which rightfully so, but now that you say that, maybe he thought he was bigger than AB, and AB just said, "Bro, hold my popcorn. Let me show you what it really means to be a dick." But that's crazy.
But yeah. Moving on to...
fuck Juju Smith-Schuster, bro, because would have packed him out right then and there. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Moving on to Monday's games. Buffalo at Atlanta. Is this an upset?
Okay, so I would take the Falcons to cover. No Ed Oliver to come back yet, which is their number one run stopper. And what are the Falcons good at? They're good at running the ball with Bijan Robinson. The Bills, coming off of a horrific loss against the Patriots, because I think everybody had them to win. But the Bills have been in close games. Very, very close games. They can't seem to cover the spread. I still got the Bills to win, but I wouldn't be mad if people have the Falcons. This could be one of the upsets of the week.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I went back and I was like looking at the Bills and who they've played, and I noticed that the first time they played a good defense, which was last week when the Patriots, they lost. All the other wins that they had came against defenses that were struggling. And Atlanta actually has the best secondary in the league.
Yeah.
They've allowed the fewest passing yards this whole season. So to your point, I think this is definitely a potential upset alert. But I still can't bring myself to pick Atlanta. I got the Bills in this one. I think Josh Allen was gonna find a way to make enough plays. I think they'll be able to run the ball on Atlanta, with him and James Cook, who had another top running back this season. So I like Buffalo to win, but I like Atlanta to cover the 4.5.
Yes, sir.
And last game of the week, Chicago at Washington. Battle of the top two quarterbacks of the 2024 draft.
That is right.
That's probably why it's a prime time.
And this is a repeat of, I think it was Sunday Night Football game where the Bears were winning and the cornerback was already celebrating. And then
That's right.
Jaden Daniels throws a Hail Mary. And who tips the ball for the Commanders to get a touchdown and seal the game? That same cornerback. I don't know his name off the top of my head, but this is a repeat of last year.
Rematch.
A rematch. But I still got the Commanders to win, no matter what way, Hail Mary or not. Commanders to win. Could potentially be a close game, but I'm interested to see how the Bears come off of their bye week. Who do you got?
Yeah, that's a good point. I was tempted to pick Chicago because I like what I'm seeing from their offense. I think Caleb Williams has looked better. I like Roma Dunze. I like DeAndre Swift. I have him in fantasy, some of my leagues.
Yeah.
But this is actually a bad matchup for the Bears because the Bears are second to last in rushing yards allowed, and Washington averages the most yards rushing in the whole league. So expect Washington to be able to have success running the ball on Chicago, and then once they do that, that just makes their passing game more dangerous. We'll see if Terry McLaurin can play, but I like Washington at home to beat Chicago.
Yeah. And then one thing to know, we didn't touch on this before we started. Texans and Vikings are both on bye this week. Do you want to give the viewers our overall record so far?
Yeah, I have 46 out of. I didn't check my L's because I do the CBS app, and it has 47, for the season. But I remember one of the weeks, I think it was when the Commanders played the Raiders. I said if Jaden Daniels doesn't play, then I like the Raiders. But I picked them because it was locked.
Yeah.
So I had already picked the Commanders. Okay. But I'm gonna be honest and count that as an L because I did think that if, basically I got that one wrong. So I'm like 46, and I think I have to look up what the L's are.
So you're gonna laugh at this. I have mine as 45, 1, and 32. And the one, 32. I don't know how to count that Dallas and Green Bay game.
It is a 1.
It is a 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you have 46 right, then you have 31 L's.
And 1?
Yeah. So you're 46, 1, and what, 31?
Last week was the worst week I've had ever since I started doing the CBS Pick'em thing. I've been doing it for 2 years. Last week was the worst week I ever had. I think I went 6 and 8.
Bro, I went like 5-9, I think.
You got off to a hard start, though.
Bro, the first 2 weeks, I think I only had 5 wrong in the first 2 weeks.
Really?
Like, I think the 5, something like that. It was like the first 2 weeks, I came off hot.
Yeah.
And then the past 2 weeks, I've been like ass. Hot ass. I've been hot ass. But I'm looking to bounce back.
No, yeah. And 46 or even 45, 32 and 1, like, I feel like it doesn't sound the best, but I was actually looking at like some of the quote unquote experts.
Yeah.
And our records are, even though we're estimators, are still comparable to theirs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the highest expert that I saw like on the CBS app, I think he had like 52. Which is,
wow.
Yeah, it's good, but we're still hanging in there.
Okay.
We're about to make a run though, for sure.
I'm about to send my resume to ESPN. Live.
Oh, that's
Fourth
right.
quarter. New York Giants 34. Eagles 17. One
Where's
thing
it at?
it
As
is
far as time.
7 minutes to go. I don't think the Eagles make a comeback. One thing I want to note. Jalen Hurts cannot fucking throw the ball. If he's not rushing that football, this Eagles team looks like shit. The tush push needs to get banned because of how...
Bro, they ran it 4 times in a row. I was watching that before we started. I was like, bruh, like, at first I was kind of indifferent to it. I was kind of the belief that, like, it's not their fault that teams can't stop it. But as a fan, one, it's just gotten annoying when they spam it like that. And two, like, it's pretty obvious now that they're getting a false start, like, pretty much every time.
Every time a false start, they're not lined up well. And I think Jalen Hurts gets off of him getting his tush fucking pushed. And A.J. Brown did not want Devontae Smith to score that Hail Mary. Why
I saw that.
fuck are you playing defense against your own teammate, bro? And I want to hit you guys with the Jalen Hurts quote of the week. Nothing I've accomplished in the past will get me what I desire in the future.
Say that again.
Nothing I've accomplished in the past will get me what I desire in the future. So, I guess he's not counting that he just won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And that doesn't count for him winning another one, which we could clearly see. But
is he saying like his greatest aspirations are outside of football? Because in football, he's pretty much accomplished he's reached the pinnacle, winning a Super Bowl, and he was Super Bowl MVP.
I think
he's trying to be on some woke shit.
I think what he means is passing the ball and throwing it to A.J. Brown will not get him to a Super Bowl, which is what he desires.
Damn. You hella went into that. I didn't see that coming. So you think bro is sending subliminal messages back to AJ Brown?
Bro, because
you know how AJ Brown was doing all those like
but it's like,
not very cryptic, but like,
you were passing the ball last year to your boy. There was a moment in time where you weren't, but now that you completely stopped and now you're having to throw it, you look like shit. And if you're not rushing, if you don't have more rushing yards than Saquon, this team isn't being successful. Saquon also Madden cover curse.
The sports estimator's
Some
curse?
will say sports estimator's curse. I had him as my MVP this year. Boy, you're letting me down.
Bro, but I don't get why they don't give him the ball more. I think Nick Sirianni like has a crush on Jalen Hurts or something.
Probably.
Like, I feel like there's a lot of like they have a lot of design runs for Jalen Hurts, like just even outside of the tush puts. It's like, bro, you have Saquon Barkley. At one point in this game, I saw he was averaging 7 yards a carry, but they were like, why don't you just keep feeding him the ball? Bro. Like, if they can't stop it, just keep feeding Saquon.
You have A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, which Dallas Goedert has more receptions than A.J. Brown and probably Devontae Smith combined this season, I want to say. And you have Saquon Barkley. Why aren't you feeding him? Instead, you're designing runs, like how you said, for Jalen Hurts. You want Jalen Hurts to be the offensive... you just want Jalen Hurts to run. You want him to be the catalyst. And shit, might as well make him play linebacker at this point. Because what the fuck?
Yeah, and honestly, like like that's kind of on the coach though. Like that keeps insisting on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like making Jalen Hurts run. Like,
Yeah.
but that's crazy. I mean, I think, especially looks like they're gonna lose this game. I feel like next week we're gonna see a lot of changes to like
I hope
their play
not.
calling.
I hope not.
You hope?
I hope the Eagles stay trash like this. And I told you guys, Jackson Dart, that's my boy. Did you see what I sent you on Instagram today?
About the Anakin thing?
The
That's
Anakin,
big, yeah.
that shit is hard, bro.
It is.
That shit is
I mess with
hard.
it.
And Scatterboo, fucking running like a kid with silver teeth growing up, bro. All right, man. But that wraps up our episode for today, NFL Week 6. Hope you guys liked our video. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on all platforms at Sports Estimators across all socials.
Facebook coming soon.
Facebook coming soon para los tíos
Yes,
y
sir.
las tías. We won't go live, though.
That'll be more so for our soccer content.
Yeah. But, for the paisas out there that like both, make sure you guys follow us on there, too.
Or maybe we can. I was thinking, what if we do our videos in Spanish? Imagine the football, Mariscal de Campo, a la cerrada. Bro, it was funny because as a kid, I didn't have like all the channels, and for some reason, I had ESPN in Spanish but not in English. So like I always used to watch like the Monday Night Football games, and I'd have to hear Los Aceleros de Pittsburgh. I'm like, bro, what?
Hey, for the people that have Sky, they're gonna start broadcasting our shit on there. You know what Sky is?
Nah.
It's like so
Like the UK?
No, so kind of, but in Mexico, that's like their dish, their
Okay. Like DirecTV?
DirecTV, like for them. And then so Mexican families out there, if you relate to this, a lot of Hispanic parents, they would get Sky from this sketchy ass dude. And like they would install it on your TV, and you would get.
I know what you're talking about.
And you would get all the Spanish like channels on your TV, and you had like a Sky thing connected, like you had a Sky antenna.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I know something else that's kind of similar to that. I don't think it's an antenna, but like you install it, and then like you can like choose like different countries, programming and stuff. That's funny.
Yeah. So imagine, hey, tune in so we could be broadcasters on Sky Deportes.
Los estimadores de deportes.
I'm dead. The Unc is gonna come in. Hey, ¿ya viste los estimadores de deportes? El Chuy y el Chino.
I wish. But all right, guys. As always, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you guys give us your feedback, even if it's negative. We be laughing at those comments too. But we'll be back next week with another video. And one thing we do want to mention before we wrap it up, as you can see, we got for the first time a basketball jersey hanging up, and that's because next week we'll be dropping our first NBA content, and it's going to be a preview of the season. So if there's something that you guys want us to touch base on, just let us know. And as always, thanks for watching.
And remember, don't quote us
Unless we're right.
Peace.